LoveLine.
LoveLine is meant for an adult audience. LoveLine may contain sexually oriented content. Listener discretion is advised. This is LoveLine.
LoveLine.
With Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
Hey, everybody. It's LoveLine. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191.
You're out of it. What's the matter?
I'm angry.
Why?
I'm angry. I'm just arguing with suits. Just idiots. No, this is Comedy Central idiots I have to argue with. I'm such an assful of everybody.
Dude, I feel your pain. I'm so sorry.
Here's what people don't understand about me, Drew. Please.
You're a genius.
Well, yeah. No.
You're fair.
No, I'm ready to go home. I'm dying to go home. Here's what I have to shout at every goddamn suit in this city. Please let me go home. Yeah. Please say one more thing and let me just go home. I just want to go home.
Yeah.
I want to quit. I'll walk away from anything at any time. I'm just ready to go home.
Yes.
I love my TiVo. I love my dog.
Yeah.
You know, me and the wife have good days too.
Really? You finally?
I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go home at anything. Just keep going, everybody. Watch
true.
how fast I go home.
I know.
I can't take it anymore.
Well, let's refine this a little more. Adam hates to work.
Yes.
And so whenever somebody arranges for him to lose a job, he's immensely grateful.
Immensely grateful. And if you hassle me too much, I'm leaving. That's my whole thing.
Period.
I'm ready to go.
Period.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It's my ultimate trump card.
And unfortunately, no one believes that.
They don't believe it. But Drew, please back me up.
I'll back you up.
Tell everyone how excited I am when stuff gets canceled or goes away.
Anything. Adam does not get excited about. Well, correct me. He gets excited about like driving in the Toyota Grand Prix. If that got canceled, he'd be devastated.
That's right.
But if he
that's something though.
He'd rather sit at home and masturbate. But if he were to be on, what's a great opportunity of something he'd really like to do.
Host the Oscars.
Host the Oscars.
Yes.
Oh my God, would he be happy if they canceled that? Oh my God,
that'd be awesome. Are you telling me? Yeah, awesome.
Oh,
awesome.
And not in a facetious way. Genuinely excited about not doing this thing that would be such a joke.
So how excited would I be if I got to not do the crappy Comedy Central show I'm supposed to do?
Very excited.
Elated. Idiots. All right, go ahead, Jill. What's up?
All right, while she's mumbling, let me just say,
what it
first
is.
10 callers
I
tonight.
came up with a good name for my Comedy Central show, and the big boss man doesn't like it, and he's pissing me off. Just pissed off.
I remember when you and I wrote a book, and we were going to call it, Adam is from Mars, Drew is from Pasadena, which I thought was the greatest name of any book ever.
Yeah.
And we were told by everybody, oh, no. That's retarded. What are you doing?
I know.
Would have been the greatest thing ever.
This is even worse. Everyone likes this idea except for the head honcho. So here's my thing. You come up with a name. I don't even want to know what it is anymore. Who cares? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is what everyone needs to do. Like, you don't like it? Good. Come up with the name and don't bother me anymore. Just start printing up stationery. Idiots. What's the matter?
Jill.
Yes.
29. What's
up?
Who
were you talking to there?
Yeah, who were you talking to?
Yeah, you were muttering away to somebody.
Oh, I was talking to my friend, my coworker. I didn't realize that you were listening to me.
Where are you working?
I work at a laboratory.
For what? What kind of lab?
It's a
infectious disease.
Oh, really? Doing microbiology?
Yes, microbiology.
Okay. Was your friend telling you what lab you work at?
Because the friend's actually the lab tech. She's like the gopher.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're just cleaning beakers with a bottle brush?
Right.
No, I'm a med tech, actually.
Med tech.
I stir poo, and I test for STDs.
You store poo?
Stir
poo.
Stir poo.
I test poo and
big cauldron. Yeah. All right.
My poo got on eBay or something. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I gave a sample and somebody released it. And now
I think Anderson
somebody
checked
like Jill
into that and found out it may have been bogus or something.
If I saw your sample, I would probably keep it.
See?
Sure.
I don't want to know.
No,
I wouldn't keep it. I actually probably would sell it on eBay.
I used some of Drew's fecal matter right helter-skelter on my rumpus room wall. No biggie. Gets a laugh.
Once here and there.
It's an insider.
Well, you acryliced over it, so you don't smell it.
Yeah, but he Scotch guarded it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. All right, Jill, what's up?
Well, I'm married, and I have 4 kids.
Wow.
And my husband cheated on me when we first got married for like the first 2 years.
Wow.
2 years.
And 4 kids. Yeesh.
And for some reason, I stayed. I don't know why.
Yeah. 'Cause your dad was a philandering a-hole, too.
No, I love my daddy. My mom was a psycho, and she actually killed herself the very last time he cheated on me, and it was just too much for me. So I couldn't deal with it all.
Hold on again.
Okay.
Your mom killed herself?
Yes.
When?
4 years ago.
In response to your boyfriend, your husband cheating?
No, it wasn't related. But it just happened to be about the same time that I found out that he had cheated on me.
Wow, that's a good weekend.
And I should have left, but it was just too much for me to deal with, so I didn't. And
I see. Got it. Got the connection.
Buried it all inside and, forgot about it. And
well, now you take it out on strangers' fecal matter.
Exactly.
Same thing, though. Same thing with me. And what, 2 year, he had a 2-year relationship.
Well, no, he would just he would meet girls, like, online or through, like, instant messenger.
Oh, so he had multiple relationships.
Yeah, he would tell him that he wasn't married, go meet him, try to sleep with him.
All right, so what's the question?
Let me talk to Drew for a second.
Yeah. That's a sex addict.
A sex addict.
Although he's 20 probably at the time, or 24.
Let me ask this. Any hope? You know those people, and there's a bunch of them. There's, female news reporters. There's executives and television executives. There's car salesmen. Do they ever have a chance at being a human being? You know what I mean? There's publicists.
Not without a lot of work.
Do you know those people? You and I see them very clearly. Mm-hmm. It's like that movie Them. We have our sunglasses on and we can tell which ones are the actual aliens. You know? I'm playing Roddy Piper, Roddy Piper in this one. You get to be my black sidekick.
Nice.
My point is this. I see people that I know aren't human beings.
Yes.
They're flesh, they're blood, they're bone. They stand. They actually do. They make good money. They have employment and all sorts of stuff.
They have wives and children like this guy.
Yes. They feel like they're filled with sawdust.
Yes.
Maybe horsehair on a good day.
Yeah.
They're not human beings,
Right.
and they're all over the place.
Yes.
And they're educated, and they're parents, and they're teachers, and they're lawyers, and they're everywhere.
Yes.
Not human beings.
Yes. Agreed.
We know the guy. These guys are usually salespeople.
They're very difficult to get to change.
You just look in their eye and you realize that no matter what it is they're saying, no matter what it is they're telling you they're feeling, there's nothing there.
It's sort of...
It's kind of serial killer.
Yeah, it's a little sociopath light. It's sort of narcissist light. It's like a sociopath meets narcissist. It's like, my feelings don't matter, therefore your feelings don't matter either.
Here's my theory about these people. If you told them 100 innocent people would die in Kuala Lumpur when a ferry flipped over, although obviously you would have no way to trace it to you, or you get a new Mercedes CL55, but
they take it back.
Flip the ferry.
Well,
I mean, the question is can it be traced to me? If I can't,
take it.
Flip it.
You know who's becoming that character on South Park is Cartman.
Drew, what are you talking about?
I thought you'd like the reference.
Cartman, you're watching too much South Park.
But he really is now. They're being portrayed exactly like that.
Okay. My point is there's a lot of real-life Cartmans walking around out there.
Absolutely.
She's married to one of them.
That's right.
What do you do? What do you do about a guy who's 2 years into marriage and he's just having multiple relationships?
This is sexual compulsion, sexual addiction, and he has to stop. If he's unable to stop, he has to lose things.
Can someone be made into a human being?
Yes.
But
it's a lot of work.
It's just a stupid. I'm not talking about like they do it in those Keanu Reeves movies where he's an uptight lawyer and then he finds a chick with cancer and the next thing you know.
No, nothing like that.
Nothing like that.
He needs to work and work and work for many years and becoming somebody with feelings again.
Is he going to do that? No. He's not going to do that. Those people don't want to do that.
That's right.
Jill?
Yes?
You're married to Cartman, who's filled with sawdust and horsehair.
Sweet.
Oh, awesome.
Sweet.
Here's a question. How come other people don't see that? I meet people like that, my skin starts to crawl. Like I have to run out of the room screaming.
Mm-hmm. You wouldn't know to look at him that he's... You really wouldn't.
No, I know.
That's the point.
I'm not
That's the point
looking
we're
at
making.
a picture of you dated him. You didn't just stare at his yearbook.
This is the point we're making. And the question is, all right, here's the deal. You are either going to hang in and have an exciting life with this guy who's not available to you, or you're going to threaten to leave and require him to make some change. And
he just started going to SA meetings.
Good. Okay. All right.
That's
good. But I don't even know if that's going to help. I mean...
Well, it will if he gets a sponsor and works the steps.
But Jill, you guys are a very dangerous combination because he has the mind of like a serial killing master criminal, and you have the mind of SpongeBob.
Right.
And he's just going to run.
Mind of SpongeBob?
Well,
the naive
you believe
quality,
you're naive, you're easy. He's going to run right over you.
Yeah.
You got to go to maybe some Al-Anon or something like that, or get some therapy yourself so you can stand up to this.
Yeah,
set some limits.
Your mom was nuts. You need therapy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just started seeing a therapist.
Good. All right,
Okay.
that's probably why he's
Good.
going to SA. So you go.
But he seems to think that the whole essay thing, is going to take years and years, and I can work through it with him. But
It is.
I don't know if it's worth it.
Well, fascinating thing, Jill, this is a very interesting thing you're doing, is that when somebody, the identified person, the person with the problem, starts to make a movement towards real change, that is often the time that the codependent, the person they're involved with, bails out.
Right.
And that's because that's the point. You have to look at your ass as well.
Yeah.
I would suggest, it sounds to me like a good situation.
Yeah. Well, what's attraction?
I know.
Why
The
were you
sickest
attracted to this
a-hole.
this horrible a-hole in the first place?
Because-
And now, whatever that is, he says he's going to go take care of. Now that's gone. What's left?
Right.
Just a bunch of spray-on tan and Aquavelva and Vitalis.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Vitalis is great.
It's a great product.
The hell.
Mike,
Yes.
Really?
I'd like to do an endorsement for them. Mike, you're 30.
Yes, I am.
What's up?
Well, okay, I'm going to make a real long story real short.
Please.
10 years ago, a buddy of mine from high school came out of the closet, told everyone he was gay. I was cool with that. We had always been tight since we were little kids. 5 years ago, he comes back into my life as a friend, only now he wasn't Brandon, he was Brenda. Okay, now...
Let me say this. Drew brought this up before. It's like Steve has to turn into Stephanie and
Right.
Brian has to... How about you went ahead and lopped your dork off? How about you just go with Sheila?
Yeah.
You have to pick a name that starts with the same first three letters?
Yeah, let's go Consuelo. Yeah.
Just pick a chick name you like, not
Yes.
some crappy name that sounds like you're a chick version of your... well, we knew him as Don. He's now Donatello.
Or Donnie. Or Don.
Yeah.
Donna. It's Donna.
It's Donna. Really? As a matter of fact, I'm guessing your parents would be happier if you picked a name that was further from the one they tried to give you.
Erase the original name from all the documents.
Yes. Well, I mean, what is it? It's like, you knew him as Ray, now his name is Raylene.
Well, here, I got to deal with Mike because there's a problem here.
Yeah?
My
This is a bigger problem. People, when they get a sex change, just pick any chick name you like.
But the more elaborate, the better. Because after all, I mean, you're going to a lot of trouble.
Okay, but just figure out who your favorite soap star is and take her name. It does not have to start with the same two letters.
There you go.
All right?
Yeah.
What's he on, 5?
Hey, Mike.
Yes.
Being gay and having a sex change operation are usually not related.
He came out of the closet and told everyone that...
Hey, Mike,
thought he was gay.
stop repeating the story. Being gay and needing a sex change operation are not related.
Okay.
So when you thought this story up, it sounded right to you.
Yeah,
but
it made sense.
most male to female transsexuals actually do that to have relationships with lesbian females.
Aha. Sorry, Mike.
Well, I'm not... I don't
Nice
know what
try.
to tell you. It's a true story. It's true.
All right, so keep going. Anyway, keep going.
All right. The problem is we've been so tight for so long, now that he's a she, I'm starting to develop feelings.
No.
Romantic feelings.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I am.
Boo.
She's like
Look,
pretty good looking.
First off, I rarely say this. You should pray this is a bogus call. You should be begging for bogosity, Mike. I'm going to give you two choices. Bogus or bogus? Which one is it?
Neither.
All right,
Mike, you have bottomed out,
let's
my
keep
friend.
going. Where did he have the operation done?
Out at UCLA Medical Center.
Yeah, they don't do them there. so there you go.
There you go, Mike.
That's what he told me.
Just because you talk like Seinfeld doesn't mean we're going to believe you.
All right, hold on. Let's just keep.
All
All
Okay,
right,
listen.
Mike.
You have to apologize. The whole thing with sexual orientation and gender identity they're two separate things. There's sometimes can be both off. That happens. I'm not saying it never happens.
All right,
But-
you know what? You know why I'm intrigued, and I'm intrigued because he's clung on to this horrible story.
I know, that's why
with two hands. Keep going, Mike.
So what would you like from us?
I just want to know. I mean, our friendship has already changed.
What would you like from us?
Do you think that I should attempt to have a relationship?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
That's not a question, Mike. Right? That's not really a question.
Mike, we're only angry at you because you're clinging to your horrible, bogus question.
Well, no.
Under the bogus Geneva Convention, you have to come clean when we call you on it. You understand? And we called...
Adam, I swear to you, if this was bogus, I wouldn't even be on the phone with you, man. I'm sitting at work right now on my lunch break.
All right, so...
Hold on. Let me tell you something. You're calling from Michigan?
Yes.
Is it 2 in the morning over there? What time is it over there?
Midnight, something like that. 1.
Right now, it's about 1 o'clock in the morning.
All right. Bad sign when you're taking lunch at 1 a.m. That means the career's not going as good as it could.
No, it's a factory job.
All right. Let's get into Mike a little bit. What kind of factory? Automotive?
No, actually, we produce parts for power plants. Steel parts for power plants.
All right.
Interesting.
And I'm starting to warm up on Mike because he's working with his hands.
Yeah.
And what are you eating for lunch? You pack a lunch?
No, I usually just run down to Mickey D's or something. There's one about 3 blocks down the road.
Well, open till 1 a.m., huh?
They got 24-hour Mickey D's in Michigan. That's why we're one of the fattest states, buddy.
Yeah. Really, like I said, shouldn't it be a law that you can't sell stuff with more than 700 grams of fat after 2 a.m.?
You would wish.
It'd be nice. All right, so Mike, you not a big hit with the ladies normally?
I haven't had any problems. Generally, it's just that I've grown. I've known this person for years, and it just seems.
All right, but Mike, I'm
natural, but I guess I don't know. That's why I'm calling you guys, man.
All right, Mike. Well, first off, as you know, I believe everything happens for a reason. All right, it's number one. Number two, if you are truly attracted to this former man, that means things have not gone real well for you in the chick department. Drew, we all know when a guy is riding high and having his way and having a good time with the ladies, and we know when the guys are clingy and desperate, and this is a fine example of that.
How come if you had a girlfriend, you've been married?
I was married once back right out of high school.
What happened with that?
It turned out real bad. She was a cheater.
She was a cheater.
And I've dated since then, but, I usually work 12, 16 hours a day, 5, 7 days a week.
I know. People, look, first off...
12, 16, 5, 7?
Yeah.
My schedule varies.
Works about 190 hours a week. Drew, let me tell you something about Drew when he was a young man. Drew worked 20-hour shifts, 8 days a week, and still found time to bang the bejesus out of everything that moved in the hospital. And I'm talking everything from the morgue up to the top office in the penthouse, and everything in between. You understand? I'm talking lab techs. I'm talking ambulance drivers. I'm talking janitors. I'm talking about the guy who refilled the vending machines. Anyone who came into that place got a sound thrashing from Drew sexually. You understand? So don't give me about schedule. There's always time for sex. Yes, Drew?
Oh, sure, Adam. Yeah.
As a man of passion, Drew has to admit I'm right. Mike, this is the act of a desperate man.
If it's true.
If it's true.
Which, by the way, it just isn't.
It isn't. But Mike,
we'll keep going as it were.
Here's what you need to do. How many pounds overweight are you?
Oh, probably 30.
Yeah.
I'm 6'3". I weigh about 280 pounds.
Ooh, 30 pounds.
Yeah. By the way, when did the bar get raised on the fat ass bar get raised or widened so much?
It's conspiracy with McDonald's.
It's awesome. We talk to chicks all night long. Like, you big gal? No. I call myself curvy. I'm a 5'1", 245. Yeah, we used to call that fat. Well, no, I get no complaints. Yeah, well, no one calls you a fat ass while they're trying to get oral from you. They wait till they drive home and tell their buddies and say to your friend, I don't get any complaints. Yeah, I mean, we talk to chicks all night long.
Think how great we'd feel if we were women. Oh my God.
Oh, yeah. We talk to women all night that are 195 pounds.
But we would feel like queens, kings.
Talk to chicks that are 200 pounds. They're like, I'm like 4 ounces overweight. It's like a butterfly laying on my shoulder.
280. So it's like guys are such nut jobs that they just go like laser beams at women. It'll tell them anything, go after them, make them feel like they're attractive because they'll just go for it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Mike.
Yes.
All right, so Mike, here's the deal. Do whatever you got to do. There's sort of no question for us here. We can't make a decision.
Do you have a bad mustache that's sort of almost red?
No.
You have a mustache, though.
I do. I wear a goatee and beard.
All right. Here's what I'm going to need you to do. I'm going to need you to lose, what do you say, 30 pounds?
80.
I'm going to need you to lose 80 pounds.
And work out.
And start working out. And then start meeting some chicks.
But listen, here's the deal.
You dating a guy who used to be on the lacrosse team with you in high school, who's now a chick.
It's going to screw you up. It's got some boundary issues. It almost would be better if you were attracted to a transsexual for the first time, kind of thing.
Yeah. And what happens come reunion time? Your date looks familiar.
Let's do.
Yeah. You know what? Let me tell you another problem.
Yeah.
I'll tell you another reason guys have gotten fat. I got a few theories. One is everything keeps getting bigger. XL. And your ass is like a goldfish.
It fills.
It'll fill the space. And if the tank keeps getting bigger, the fish will keep getting bigger. Yeah. Put on. We've gotten in this before, but few things. Few things. One is. The stuff. Put on a pair of jeans from the 70s. Slap on some Zeppelins, or what you used to wear, Drew? Chemin de Fer? Yeah. Ferragamos. Those are shoes.
Oh, no. What was it with an F?
Jordache. I don't know.
Yeah, Jordache.
Put some Jordache on and try to stuff your fat ass into some Jordache. You put a pair of tight jeans on, you go out and eat a mint. You can feel your belly pushing on the waistband. Yeah. Now, you put on a huge sweat outfit.
I put on Juicy's. A juicy sweat outfit.
Right. You get on a mammoth sweat outfit, you go hit the buffet, you just keep going, you just keep spreading out. And the next day, you just put on some cargo shorts that are like 4 feet long and 8 feet wide. And you have to use 30 feet of rope to keep them up. And you just you never feel it. Go put some tight 70s crap on. You'll feel like hell. Ladies, put a tube top on. Put some hip hugger jeans on. Guys, put some of those jeans that zip up in the back and in the front on them.
Oh my God!
Here's the thing: if that's the fashion, if that's what people are wearing, if you put on 6 pounds, it's a big deal. Yeah. You feel it when you put your pants on. You know it.
Yeah.
You wear sweatpants, you put on 180 pounds, you wouldn't know it. Now, let me tell you the other thing.
Yeah.
Facial hair.
Uh-huh.
You want to know why fat guys always have beards? Or bearded guys are always fat?
Give them a chin?
Because it's like the one thing that really hangs out. Now, as a guy, the only thing that really gets fat on you is your face. Everything else gets husky until about 300 pounds.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You want to put a long sleeve lumberjack shirt on and tuck it into some jeans, put a big belt buckle on, some boots. You'll just start looking like a bouncer.
Big guy, yeah.
You just look like a big guy.
Yeah.
Except for we see your 3 chins.
Yeah.
But you grow yourself a nice beard, now you're just a big old lumberjack.
Yeah, yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now what these guys do is they grow a beard and they carve in like a goatee.
A chin.
They give themselves why do you think most fat guys have goatees?
Yeah.
You get to make a chin for yourself out of hair. You've made a hair chin. Do you understand?
Yeah,
it's like
I get it.
My head, I just look like a fat 13-year-old if I shave this thing off. I look like a 13-year-old with a thyroid condition. So I'm going to grow myself a chin.
Beautiful.
And a jaw. So between that and the sweatpants, now the biggest dudes you'll ever see in the world are dudes with sweat outfits on and goatees.
Yeah.
Like if you said, what's this dude? What's he wearing? Hey, he's got one of those sort of velour sweatpants and sweat tops on an outfit and a goatee. You'd be like, oh, he's 400 pounder. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You're profiling though. How dare you?
All right, I'm just saying, you go to a clean shaven and some chemin de fer jeans, you got a skinny guy.
All right, let's go do that right now. Oh, first, I got to say, first 10 callers tonight, just like every night this week, they get on the air that are over the age of 18 will get an iTunes gift certificate valued at $99. Now we can go to break.
All right. Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. When we come back, Jim sweats excessively.
Let's wait to see what comes on.
Shattered pelvis. Blood settled in testicles. Again, no one cracks their pelvis or breaks it. It's always shattered.
Shattered, yeah.
Shattered. What? How do you think he did it?
A fall.
Oh.
But I mean, like, it's not, not a car accident.
He didn't do it in
not a car
do it in the
accident.
space lab?
No, not a car accident. He fell from a height. You know,
All right. But what? Skateboarding?
Construction.
BMX.
Falling off a scaffolding or something.
All right.
Roofer.
I'm going...
Roofer. Come on. Let's see. Let's see.
I'm going bicycle.
All right, let's see.
Bicycle.
Are you a Mormon?
Clint.
How'd you do it?
Car accident.
Such an idiot.
Are you a Mormon?
Do you understand what kind of anti-clairvoyant power you have?
That's not a shattered pelvis then.
I know, but do you understand that you said not a car accident,
Yeah.
anything but a car accident? It's a car
This is
accident?
an acetabular fracture. This is him.
But do you understand
Yes,
the kind
yes, I was perfectly tuned in.
the sort of counterintuitive powers that you have?
Yes, they're remarkable.
Someone's got to take
proud
you
of
to the track.
Oh, yes. That's where my powers really come to
True.
bear.
Who do you think's going to win this race? Lucky lady. All right. Take Jezebel to win. Right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's take a quick break. Be right back after this.
Call Love 1-800-LOVE-191.
Can I get pregnant if I do it? You get addicted to aspirin? That's pretty accurate.
LoveLine. Be right back.
The one and only Live 105.
Hey, everybody, it's Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Clint, who doesn't have a... Well, look, everyone says they have a shattered pelvis. Anyone who gets their pelvis gets injured says shattered.
Yeah. Let's hear what it actually is. I think it's acetabular fracture.
Clint?
Clint, what kind of fracture is this?
Acetabular. It's complex.
All right, that's not a shattered pelvis. That's an acetabular fracture. It's what you get when you straight your feet out in a car accident. It pushes your femur back into your pelvis.
What happened with the car accident?
The old story, heroin junkie steals a car, runs from the cops, runs into me.
Oh, my God.
Were you wearing a seatbelt?
Yeah.
Do you have airbags?
Yes.
What kind of car were you driving?
The classic 96 Subaru Legacy.
Was the guy going fast?
I was probably going about 70. He was probably going about 85.
Wow.
Where do you go in the same direction?
No, he was coming at me, and I swerved at the last second. He lost control of his car and came into my lane.
So he sort of clipped you.
Yeah.
Wow.
Did the cops get that wheel out that they push along the skid marks? I like that wheel.
I don't really
I
remember.
think that's for fatal accidents and stuff.
No. They get that wheel. They want to see how long the skid mark was.
Yeah.
A little clicker wheel.
Measuring it out.
Yeah, realtors use it once in a while.
Yeah.
Guys who do industrial carpet.
Yeah.
Okay. You know you've arrived when you have that stick with the wheel.
I did that around my house. I was impressed.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Get
awesome.
one of those. You know you've arrived when they have the one with the big wheel.
Oh.
Clint?
I want that.
Yeah.
How can we help you tonight?
Well, I had a lot of internal bleeding, and my testicles and other parts swelled up very large when the blood started to settle.
Yeah.
So that's not so much from the acetabular fracture so much as you had some bleeding in your pelvis.
Right.
Wow. Was it a bladder injury or something? What happened?
Lacerated kidney.
Okay. Yeah.
Broken ribs and all that.
Lacerated. Did they have to remove the kidney, or is it okay?
Oh, it's okay.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, what do they do when your kidney gets lacerated?
They either leave it alone or they take it out.
But they don't fix
it
it?
They can fix it sometimes.
Well, if it's lacerated, don't they almost have to fix it? Will it fix itself if it's punctured or scraped?
And that is not my area of expertise. I'd imagine there's some times when it could repair itself.
Wow. And so this guy was running from the man, huh?
Yeah.
Are you suing the police force or anything good like that?
No, I've looked into it.
Sure.
I feel really bad about suing people, so I generally try to stay out of that.
What happened
Good
to the heroin guy?
It's getting blood out of a turnip. He doesn't have anything, so
How about his
survived.
injuries?
Yeah.
he's fine. Nothing happened to him.
Nothing ever happens to those guys. Or maybe it's the way it always seems. Maybe when one dies, who cares? You know what I mean? All right. But
We used to call it the law of inverse worth at the hospital.
yeah, gangbanger.
Right.
Gets 20 bullets in him, he's fine.
Right.
Yeah.
And
the kid who's graduating and going to Harvard next month, and he's on his prom night.
Stray bullet.
Stray bullet takes him out.
Pow.
Yeah. But it's also inferior genes, too.
No, Adam.
Yeah.
It's because everything happens for a reason.
Oh, I believe everything happens for a reason, Clint. Sorry about your pelvis being shattered, but I do believe that happened for a reason.
Acetabular fracture. Adam, come on.
Acetabular fracture, right. All right, so, Drew, what should he do?
Yeah, he's just reporting that to us. That's all. It's
all right.
interesting. It'll get better.
Hey, Clint, were the cops pursuing? The cops were pursuing this guy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it's we have that out here in Los Angeles. No one wants the cops to chase the guys. I would like them to either chase them and just pounce on them immediately, or leave them alone. But what they've here's what we have in this.
Did you see
city.
the one today? The guy had 2 kids in his arms when he popped out of the car. 2 infants. Did you see this?
All right, now I'm not. I've been wrong a few times.
Oh.
But I know in my heart of hearts I'm not wrong this time. Jewish or Asian? Come on.
I'm not going to tell you.
Tell me this guy wasn't a Jew.
I don't want you to be right.
I know when I said this just sounds like the work of a Jew. Running from the cops, got his kids in the car. Not
they
belted in.
tased the guy. Still took 5 guys to bring him down.
Well, now we're definitely talking about a Jew. Yes. I know. Had a pager on him.
He's wearing a stethoscope.
Stethoscope over his shoulder. Yeah. Here's the thing. The cops need to just start shooting away or not chase at all. What they do now is they just pursue until the guy runs out of gas after he sort of canvasses the entire city.
Yeah, nearly kills 400 people.
I had a guy, I know I've told this before, I had a guy go up my street when I used to live over on Beechwood Canyon.
Mm-hmm.
Guy went up Beechwood Canyon, guy drove all the way through Beechwood Canyon, guy came down Beechwood Canyon, guy came out. Now, here's the thing. When you go up Beechwood Canyon, there's really only one way that lets you out.
Same way you came back in, right?
Yeah, just park a car there sideways, and that's the end of the chase. But he came down, and he drove all the way through. Now, he started in Hollywood and drove all the way through Hollywood. Then he went up, saw the Hollywood sign, then turned back around, and went back down again.
Then he went to like San Diego or something, right?
No, he hopped on the freeway, and he went through like Griffith Park and Traveltown and the 5 freeway and all that kind of stuff. And then he got back up and he headed for the West Valley. And then he drove it. Finally ended up abandoning his car somewhere in like Canoga Park, like Devonshire and Roscoe or something. Jumped out of the car, ran through some like old folks' home, and they tackled him in some guy's backyard. That was like 3 hours, and he'd covered like 180 miles. Along the way, could have ran your kid over 1,000 times.
Right.
He was up top at Beechwood there. Let's park a car and go ahead and have it out.
I have a feeling, I was on Scarborough tonight. He was asking, why does this happen? Why is that? Well, first of all, they get no punishment for this stuff. And secondly, I think in days of yore, they just go, pow, pow.
Yeah.
You're going to hurt somebody.
No, and cops are and the lawyers have created such an environment that everyone's scared to do anything. So all we do is nothing, which is obviously worse. You just ride behind him 75 feet and just watch him run over people and drive up on the sidewalk. It's awesome. Lily?
Yeah?
By the way, he'll sue you if you put a few slugs in his tire and the car spins out of control and rolls over. His family will sue you, the guy who stole the car.
Crazy.
That's the beauty of it. Go ahead, Lily.
Hello. My girlfriend won't have sex with me anymore, and the only thing I can really correlate it to is the fact that I've, over the course of the year, lost a bunch of weight. And I guess she's feeling insecure.
No. How long have you been in this relationship?
3 years. It's a little over 3 years.
You lost a bunch of weight and she's feeling insecure?
Yeah, nonsense. Hey, Lily, one of the things that... You
don't think people want to have sex with people that look better than them naked? That's everyone's goal.
Well, I mean, we used to, like, almost every day go at it, in the living room with the lights on, in the pool hall bathroom, everywhere. And now it's like, if we have sex at all, it's in the bedroom, under the blankets, with the lights off. And half the time, she doesn't even get completely naked.
Is she on medication?
No.
Is there anything else going on in her life or your life?
She's having a lot of stress at work just because of bureaucratic crap that's happening with the office manager and the boss sleeping together, and she's catching flack. But, I mean, that just recently started, like, within the last month, and we've been sort of slowing down sex over the last.
Well, I don't know that this has been documented anywhere, and it's certainly not true of all lesbian relationships, but I've had several lesbian friends tell me that one of the well-kept secrets amongst lesbian relationships is that it's very common for them to stop having sex after about 6 to 12 months. Some continue, but many just stop. And that's a very, very common thing in lesbian relationships.
Well, it's a direction that a fair amount of women want to go in a heterosexual relationship. They get married, they have a few kids, they settle in, and they just, it's time to spoon to the grave. It's really what it is.
Spoon until
wife had one of those made out of needle points. She put over our bed.
That's nice.
Spoon to the grave.
Spoon unto death. Yours says.
Yeah, it's let's see. Spoon a diem, what the
spoon a diem?
it's a Latin thing.
Spoonatum.
It's corpus. It's a spunus corpus.
Okay,
it's spunus corpus diem. Today we spoon. Tomorrow we're dead. I think it's roughly how it translates.
Yes.
Translates. Yeah, it's a nice needle point. You want her to make you one?
I want the sunshine of mine though.
Okay, with the sun.
Little flower. Yeah.
Okay. Spoon a corpus diem. All right, what are we talking about? Well, we have an expert here on lesbianism. What's going on? Is that you have Michelle, engineers Michelle?
You heard that? Lots of
You're lesbian yourself. You have lesbian friends.
Yeah, I hear that a lot. Yeah,
it happens.
Yeah, a lot of straight friends too, heterosexual couples as well, married couples.
Oh no. No. How dare you? It upsets my delicate sensibilities.
But you have to spice it up, do different things.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we had been doing different things, and she'd never had any complaints. And I mean, she was always very comfortable with asking me to try new things and do new things. And
all right, let me float a few ideas. One of the reasons this may happen, Drew, is oftentimes in a relationship, in a lesbian relationship, hold your ears, Michelle, one of them was some sort of past victim of something. So they get into that sort of hypersexuality thing, and then they get this sort of shutdown phase. So you guys meet, you're going at it everywhere, early and often, and now she's shut down.
Which is a sign that you're actually more intimate. People that are trauma survivors can be sexual with people that they feel sort of negative with, but when they feel actually genuinely vulnerable and intimate, they can't show the sexual side of themselves.
Any past trauma on her side?
No, I mean, not that I can tell. She has wonderful parents who are very supportive, and she just finished school, and they put her through school, and
she's just what you call a biological lesbian.
No, she never asked her.
He never asked.
It could have been a neighbor or an uncle.
Well, no. I mean, because I was raped when I was 12 years old, and we talked about that.
Oh, well, that's on your side.
She was, she's like, I've never been through any of that. If you ever need to talk, blah, blah, blah. And, I mean,
call LoveLine. Okay. All right, so you're, well, just as long as I'm right, just as long as there's a lesbian couple, one of them was victimized in the past, that's all I care about.
That's all you need, yeah.
All right, so thank Christ you were raped. I know that came out the wrong way. Please take it in the spirit in which it was intended.
But phew.
So, all right, so Lily, you've lost weight. Is she a big girl?
She is, but I find that attractive.
What is she coming in? What's she coming in at?
She's 5'7". She's coming in right around 200.
And not big by our LoveLine standards.
Yeah.
And you used to be a bigger girl, and then you lost some weight.
Well, when we got together, I was actually about the same weight and size I am now. But over the course of the relationship, we get comfortable. I'm a chef, and so I cook. Ooh. And just being comfortable with someone, you kind of start to let things slip after about the first year.
Yeah.
And I got back to where I started. And all of a sudden, and it has been like the last.
Hey, Lily, I would suggest you drop that theory. That has little or nothing to do with this.
The weight fluctuation. You were this way, then you got heavy, then you came back to this weight. Who cares?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. She's probably going through it. There's a couple
Something's
of things.
up with her.
Something's going on with her, and you need to talk to her. What could be going on with her is just her sort of cadence. She could just be a 22-year-old chick who wants to get it on twice a month, and that's it.
Or maybe the relationship's winding down. She doesn't want to look at that.
Or maybe she's stressed out, like you said, or depressed at work or whatever.
Lots of theories, but to speculate is useless. You need to talk to her.
Lily is a horny. I bet she's not straight. You know what I mean? She likes to cook. She likes to get it on with the lights on. Imagine finding a chick that's like really into cooking.
Mm-hmm.
What happened to chicks with their sewing and their cooking? Here's the thing. Let me tell you something, Drew. Let me tell you what. Let me tell you something.
Oh yeah.
Drew pointed out that she was a couple of bells. Forgot about that. But still, all right. So we shut the light off. Here's the thing. Women used to cook and they used to sew. They used to do things like that. Used to mend things. Used to put buttons on stuff.
Take care of people.
Fix things and do stuff like that. And then somebody told them in like 1968, hey, man, you don't have to cater to the man anymore. You don't have to cook anymore. You don't have to sew anymore. You don't have to mend anything. You don't have to do any of that crap anymore. You don't have to do anything. You're not a whitey slave. And they went, yeah, that's right. Screw you. We're not. And they took all their like sewing machines and their bras and their spatulas. They threw them all in the river. The only problem is they didn't replace it with anything. Now it's a big zero. Now all they do is not make any money and not cook and not sew. Fantastic. Perfect. What a time to get married. Excellent. It's beautiful. It's like, hey, buddy, I ain't your slave. I don't cook. Yeah, no, the idea, you got to make money. Now you have to make money. Now you make no money and don't do anything now. You understand? Hey, you know what? I'm going to do the same thing. Hey, man, I'm not your slave. I'm not going to work. I'm not cooking. I'm not sewing. Yeah, we're not eating. What is that, Drew? What happened? Listen, here's the thing, ladies. You don't have to learn to cook. You don't have to learn to sew. You don't have to be anyone's maid. You don't have to be anyone's seamstress. You don't have to be anyone's chef. You don't have to be anyone's nanny. You don't have to do anything. But you have to make money. Or go back to the cooking. They just eliminated all the crap they didn't want to do, and they never replaced it with any of the stuff we wanted them to do. Yes? Yeah, go make $150,000 a year. We'll get someone to cook. All right.
Wait till you have kids. Wait till you have kids. Wait till you have kids.
All right.
Then you'll appreciate things a little bit different.
Yeah. Or it's going to get worse. We'll take a quick break. Be right back after this.
LoveLine. We'll be right back.
Please hold.
The one and only Live 105.
Hey, everybody. It's LoveLine. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191.
Yeah.
I want to talk to Jim. He's been on hold for a long time.
Before
Jim?
you do, we got to mention one last time this hour that the first 10 callers on the air, 18 or over, which Jim is one, will get an iTunes gift card valued at $99.
Mm-hmm.
First 10 callers.
So you can download 99 songs?
Yeah.
It's a good gift. Jim?
Yeah.
You're 18?
Yep.
It's $100 for getting on the air here.
I know.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
I know. You should be paying us. You sweat excessively.
Oh, yes. And it's embarrassing.
Yeah. Where do you sweat the most?
Just forehead, nowhere else.
Oh, Adam, this is your man.
Oh, nowhere else?
No. Maybe, like, when I'm working out, like, really, really hard, sometimes my back, just a little bit. Other than that, all forehead.
What the hell was that? What is that?
What is that? Do you have a robot?
What does that sound?
Cell phone.
Your cell phone?
Yeah.
Your cell phone's ringing or doing something.
I'm walking
All right.
away.
So, Jim.
Yeah.
Let me talk to you about this because I had this problem my own self. And Drew, quiet down. Here's what I'm trying to say about this. We've been talking in the past and the recent past about people getting the gastric bypass surgery, which is, look, if you're fat, you're fat. You're going to be fat. I saw your picture when you're 3. You're a big melon head. Now you're 28. You're Buddha head. Just go ahead and get the surgery.
Yeah.
If your forehead's sweating, your forehead's sweating. And people can say, like, well, take it easy on spicy foods or, this, that, and the other. But really, you're going to have a sweaty forehead your whole life.
Yes.
That's how you're cut out genetically.
Yes.
So here's the thing. If it's a big problem for you, and it is for most people, have sweaty foreheads on dates.
You look shifty. You look nervous.
People think you're high or you're lying. Or possibly both, or you're lying about not being high.
Too. It's a lot.
Yeah. There is a procedure.
It's an operation where they get into your chest wall and take out the stellate ganglia.
They don't take it out, they shake it out.
Yeah, they ablate it.
They vibrate it.
Yeah.
They supersonically vibrate it, and whatever it is,
they knock it out. Let's put it that way.
Go on the internet.
Yesterday, I just went to the doctor.
Yeah.
And I did a blood test, and they said that my thyroid's abnormal.
Well,
what do you think that would mean?
Well, you can sweat excessively when you have hyperthyroidism, but that's not what this is. I mean, it may be contributing to it, but it doesn't cause your forehead to sweat. The forehead sweating as the means of perspiration for your body is a specific genetic mechanism, and it can be corrected by knocking out a part of your nervous system called the sympathetic ganglion in that region.
Hey, Jim, go on the internet. What's that?
Is the surgery safe?
I don't know.
Well, Adam's okay.
I did it. I'm alive.
And now he sweats all over his body.
Barely, but I don't sweat on my forehead.
One more thing, I just got dry sol. Do you think that will do any good?
All that stuff helps.
Everything helps.
Xerac W helps.
Yeah, look, it helps like dieting helps a fat person, but nothing has the kind of impact that the surgery does with the fat guy or with the sweaty guy or with the sweaty fat guy.
There you go.
Okay.
With the beard and the chin.
Well, you got the beard and the sweatpants. All right, we'll take a quick break. Be right back after this.
All right, guys, here's the deal. Looking to hook up? Call the Dateline. Sick of wasting time with the wrong person? Call the Dateline. One call's all you need to make. Call the Dateline.
1-877-889-DATE.
If you need help,
call LoveLine. 1-800-LOVE-191.
The one and only Live 105.
Hey!
1-800-LOVE-191. First 10 callers you get on the air tonight will win an iTunes gift card, $99. You win $99 for getting on the show if you're 18 or older.
Hey, everybody. How's it going? Did you give the phone number out?
Huh?
Did you do that iTunes thing?
What are you talking about?
We're going to take care of some business. 1-800-LOVE.
Yes, and for the first 10 callers on the air tonight, we'll win an iTunes gift card, $99.
All right.
And the gift ain't one.
All right. And what? What'd you say?
$99 and the gift ain't one.
$99 and the gift ain't one.
What's that song? 99...
Luftballons?
No.
Yeah, 99 Luftballons.
No. 99 problems and a...
Oh, right.
Yes, thank you.
About a rap song.
Yes.
Wow. True.
Throwing the Jay-Z out there.
Throwing the J. Yeah. What's the lyrics to that song?
99. There you go.
Oh, and a bitch ain't one.
See?
Drew, what have you been doing? What's going on with you?
Chewing mushrooms.
What happened? Eating drugs. Wow.
Eating drugs.
Lauren?
Yes.
You're 22?
Yes.
What's happening?
Basically, my boyfriend has a addiction to the drug OxyContin, and he's trying by himself to stop taking them right now.
It's very difficult. It basically doesn't happen, Lauren. That just doesn't happen.
Well,
yeah, that's kind of what. That's
how
kind
much of the drugs is he eating a day?
Ingesting.
He was taking up to 4 80-milligram.
Yeah, that's a healthy dose. Look, he's an opiate addict. Opiate addiction is treated in a highly structured, long-term environment. He's got to find a way to get into treatment, and just that's that. And spend the time and get going. This is not something.
And then, the other question was we're college students and we don't have the means because I've called a couple places and it's
you're at the what's the name of your Sacramento State there?
Sac State. Worst name for a college.
Are you at Sac State?
I'd rather go to Scrotum U than Sac State.
I am. He's not. He's at American River College.
All right. Is there a student health services there?
I'm not really sure. I guess I could find
American River College sounds like a college you go to learn how to deal Pai-Gow poker.
Or do whitewater rafting or something.
What do we do? We do kayaking in Pai-Gow. Some Texas Hold'em. That's my emphasis this year. I wrote
I'm doing a thesis on the flop.
I wrote a thesis on the flop and the fig.
And the river card.
Drew, good specific information, everybody.
Thank you.
Thesis on the flop. Yeah. All right, Lauren. You guys can't afford not to get help.
Yeah.
You got to throw. He's got to throw himself on the mercy of whatever student health services there are there. He needs to get it. What?
So he can't really do it himself. There's nothing he can get for the withdrawals and anxiety that's non-prescription himself.
Absolutely not. That's like trying to fight an atomic weapon with a pop gun. This is profound biology, and the detox is not his problem. His problem is going to be staying off the drug once he's detoxed, and that's going to take some work. The detox is easy. You can't do it without a lot of professional help, but it's easy by comparison to staying off the drug.
You ready to keep it rocking?
Here we go. Break it down. Flop. You know what the flop is?
Yeah, the flop's the card. The
first three. No, the river card or something is the last one.
It is?
They're called the river card?
Yeah. Oh, what do they deal on the Texas Hold'em? Everyone gets 4?
2.
And then they deal.
And then here comes the flop. 1,
then they
2,
deal
3, 4.
Then they deal the dealer's cards.
Yeah, you played in these tournaments. We both played.
I'm always so drunk that I can never remember, and I just don't care. And they start flipping the cards, but it's the flop.
The first 3.
The first 3 is the flop?
Yeah. And then the turn, then the river.
Oh, then the river. All right, so the river did sound like a Texas.
Yeah. No, that was very good.
Thank you. I don't know I don't know why. John.
I got a 5.
Let me tell you something. I know a lot of celebrities, a lot of people in general, just sort of enamored with poker all of a sudden. To me, it's right up there. Not quite up there, but right up there with the grown men bragging about comic books and excited about comic book movies and stuff like that. Hey, Fantastic Four's coming out. I don't know about the guy who played the commish. He's playing the Thing. I don't buy it.
It's a little more like Pokemon.
Whatever it is, grown men are not supposed to be that excited about poker.
Yeah, it's
a bunch of guys sitting around, just sitting around, just messing with their chips. And then there's some guys wearing wraparound sunglasses and a cowboy hat, and he's your idol. Except for this guy's a huge loser. Yeah, but he wrote 3 books on Texas Hold'em. Still a loser. Still a loser. Believe me, he spends 18 hours a day indoor drinking Diet Pepsi, doing the with his chips, and wearing a ski mask with goggles over it, sitting amongst other guys who have difficulty getting laid or who are married and wives hate them. It's not a sport. There's not that much involved with it, and I know you have to be a genius. That's why the guy who wins every year is just some kid who was playing on the internet. And then he comes and wins the big grand tournament. Just get over it. Let's keep moving.
Okay.
Everyone should go outdoors and do something.
I agree with that.
Yes?
Yes. Here we go.
Drew and I played one of those tournaments, and after 3 hours of sitting on our ass being bookended by idiots who are somehow, they're held
Legends.
up to the level of deity because they won a few tournaments, but they're really just idiots. I mean, you sit next to these guys. They're probably dumber than NASCAR drivers. If you sandwich in between these two idiots after my 3rd sack of Doritos, it was time to go home for me. I want to get the F out of there.
Yeah, just went all in, pal. That was it.
Here's the whole thing about poker. Hour and a half of poker is entertaining. 4 hours of poker is excruciating.
Yes, true.
You want to play 17 hours of poker? That's a good time?
Yeah.
I got a life to lead here. Yeah. I got to get home and masturbate, nap, and watch TiVo. Okay?
By the way, your production crew for TLC doesn't know about that pastime of yours. I had to bring them up to speed with that today.
TiVo?
No, the masturbating and napping. You managed to meet some people without talking about that.
Wow.
Yeah, it was
John?
Shocking.
John?
Yeah.
What's up?
What's up, man?
You're 25?
Yes, I am.
Here we go. What's going on?
Well, I'm very much hardcore addicted to porn, and I want to try to stop or cut down or something.
Well, if you're really addicted, it's like being addicted to anything else. There's no cutting down. It's about being cold turkey on it.
Oh hell!
But how do you do that? Because it's like eating. I mean, they say you can't stop eating.
Yeah, you can cut down for
when
a while.
When you're addicted to food.
No, I understand. It's just like eating disorders, really, and you can stop for a while, and you can do it in a balanced way with the acting out is what needs us to stop. You can engage in it in a healthy way, in a normal, in a sort of regulated way, but to do it in a very intense way, like you're doing, there's a lot of shame and guilt, and that makes you want to do it even more.
Well, what are you doing?
Well, I'm spending pretty much all the spare money I have on it.
And what do you mean?
Like, my phone bill's behind, my car's falling apart, and I just want more porn.
Well, are you buying DVDs?
DVDs, magazines, online, everything.
And that's signs of addiction. When there are consequences, when you have financial consequences, legal consequences, relationship consequences.
Well,
that's a
online,
problem.
those sites. How many times you beating off a day?
I'm up to like 8 or 9.
It's a little light. Like see up around 12, but you're moving in the right direction.
To stop when the tip starts bleeding.
Thank you, John. There's a treatment center out there. Wait. They call it the Meadows out near you. You're in Arizona.
It's beautiful.
No, it is. Check out the Meadows. They deal a lot. They might be able to be treated in an outpatient environment, but they do deal with sexual addictions there. Okay?
Well, this is sexual addiction.
This is it. Yeah.
Do you have a girlfriend?
I did.
And this cost you the relationship?
Yeah.
Now, usually these guys...
Is there some substance abuse worked in? Because usually you have a few beers, and then that's when you start dialing the phone sex numbers.
Or he was a cocaine addict.
Been a big drinker. Haven't used drugs since I was young, like 16, 17.
Did you get strung out on something when you were 17?
No, I was just smoking a little weed here and there.
All right.
Usually, though, these guys... Hang on a second. Usually these guys get on to prostitution or other things. They get into more and more stuff.
Here's the thing. It's tough to spend a lot of money on stuff like DVDs and magazines because the stuff's just dirt cheap these days. You have to start getting into prostitution or really start going through a paycheck because a DVD is, $5.99. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there's everything is so packed with nougaty porn goodness that you'd be hard pressed if you're just watching DVDs. John, are you seeing call girls?
No.
Do you ever think of what's that?
Not interested in actually going out and finding call girls.
All right, good.
All right,
good.
How you doing with how's your relationship with your mom?
Yeah, I guess so.
All right. Why don't you get yourself some help? Get yourself a girlfriend, and get a job and fight to keep it.
These guys usually don't stop when the girlfriend comes around. 8 times a day.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes women, if you find somebody that you're interested in and you don't want to lose, they can create some consequences on occasion. Give you a little incentive.
True.
At least force you to sort of keep it together if they're around.
But there's at a certain point, your brain at a certain point, when you cross into a zone where you're into this sort of super compulsive addictive behaviors, it's hard to dial that back. It's very hard.
Can't argue with you. Alan?
Yeah.
29?
Yep. Hey,
What's
thanks,
up?
guys, for taking my call. I appreciate it.
Thanks for calling, Alan.
Absolutely, anytime. Drew, I need your help.
All right, we go.
All right, on the head of my penis, or around the head of my penis where the skin is, the foreskin is, it's peeling.
On the corona, the tip thing, or the foreskin?
It's underneath the head. Like when you pull it all the way back, the skin all the way back.
Yes.
It's right around the top of the head, or the bottom of the head.
The corona. There's a little a ledge there.
Yeah.
And it's sort of packed in under the ledge.
Right.
Is that the crown?
Corona, it's really called, I think.
Does that mean crown?
I guess. Where's my anatomy book? Here, I'll look it up. But here's the deal. That's usually either infection, like a yeast, or just some sort of like eczema.
Little
yeasty
on the pectoral.
That's right.
Well, there's also bumps on the side of the penis.
Yeah, that's usually pearly penile papules. Nothing. So what you need to do is clean it super clean, washcloth, soap, clean, and then like a hair dryer, like a handheld hair dryer, bone dry. And if that doesn't take care of it, get some hydrocortisone cream over the counter. And if that doesn't take care of it, then you need a little help.
Now, on my left leg, though, it's got a big bruise on the side of it that I didn't hit it on anything. Is that part of that?
No.
This whole thing's freaking me out. So
yeah, I could tell. The bruise, you hit something. You just, young guy, you didn't realize it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
Adam?
if there's other spontaneous, if you get spontaneous bruises elsewhere, I would definitely look into it.
Okay, and Adam, You're a god. I just wanted to tell you.
Yeah, a little yeasty on the peckaroo. Thank you, Anderson.
And Drew, thank you very much.
All right, Alan.
Thanks.
Good luck.
Thanks, Alan.
Go forward.
Let me tell you something.
Go forth.
Yeah, and
do not propagate.
Yes. Let me say this.
Procreate.
Yeah, procreate. I was doing this interview with this guy from this Minnesota newspaper, and I was telling you about this the other day.
I don't remember.
I said something about it. He never saw any movies.
Oh, yeah.
Sports reporters are horrible.
Yes.
Anyway, we were talking about X Games. We were talking about X Games, talking about motorsports, and I think we were talking about Supercross. You know, I like to watch the Supercross. It's the gut-busting sport of warriors, Drew. Did you know that?
Nice.
Yeah, I go down to Anaheim, watch my big Supercross race. And this guy brought up a point, which is there's a young black guy who races Supercross. His name is Bubba Stewart. Guy was phenomenal in the 125 category, and then they moved him up to 250. And I think he had a couple of injuries or something, but the guy's a phenom, and he's young. And he said, now what about the success of Bubba Stewart? You think it's going to open the door to the inner city youth getting on, joining the ranks of the Supercross? Because, as you know, not a lot of brothers riding Supercross. And I said, and I never really thought about it, because it's just one of these things that they always did. Like, Tiger Woods has now opened the door for black people to play golf. And then I started thinking about, well, it's been 10 years. I don't see any black guys. I don't see any young 13-year-old inner-city guys. I drive by the clubs. I don't see a whole bunch of brothers out there, young black kids. And then I thought, maybe young black kids don't want to play golf.
Right.
And I thought, when I was 13, I didn't want to play golf.
Sure.
I wanted to play football.
Right.
Or play a sport that was like a...
Physical.
Yeah, anything but Texas Hold'em or golf. That's what you do when you're 70.
Right.
Not when you're young and you're angry and you're from the inner city. You want to dunk a basketball.
Right.
And throw an elbow.
Yes.
And then I thought, it's really stupid and condescending and sort of racist to suggest that these guys have to open the door.
Yes.
And it's suggests that we're holding everyone back.
Right.
B, it's super condescending. It's one of those sort of politically correct lefty things that they do, sort of like affirmative action that they don't realize is really racist, like suggesting that these people aren't smart enough to make their own decisions, or suggesting that if a guy wants to play golf and he's black, he can't play golf, or if he wants to ride Supercross, he can't ride Supercross because he's black. And by the way, how did Tiger Woods and Bubba Stewart get in it?
Right.
No black guy to show them the way.
Right.
They just happened to grow up with a dad that wanted them to play golf and a dad who wanted them to play
Supercross.
Ride Supercross.
Yep.
And so they got on a motorcycle, and guess what? They won races.
Yep.
And they won tournaments.
Yep.
So they got to keep going.
I guess on some level, at very least, it creates a relatable figure. Something gives them the idea to go that way, which is nice.
But it's really, like I said, I don't know. Does any other culture need that, and isn't it condescending?
Yes, it is. It's
and
horrible.
look, I told them, I don't think young black kids are really into motocross just because they're not really into motocross.
Right.
There used to be all white guys in the NBA, and now there's not anymore. What happened? Well, black guys wanted to play basketball. That's what happened. Yeah. What happened in Supercross? I guess black guys don't want to ride motorcycles.
Yeah.
And I guess the same with water skiing and a handful of other sports. Yes?
And when they do, they will.
When they do, they will, but they ain't into it now.
Yeah.
I never really thought about it, but it's sort of racist to suggest
absolutely.
that this is what's necessary and that everyone has to open the door for everyone. Mm-hmm. So listen, all the brothers who are listening, if you want to ride a motorcycle and you're 13, go get yourself a bike and go do it.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yep.
Or golf. Why isn't everyone on a golf course black now? Or half Asian and black or whatever Tiger Woods is? Where's all the young black guys? Remember those Nike commercials from 8 years ago? Oh, it's nothing. Inner city floodgates. Yes?
Yes.
Where are they?
They're playing football.
They're playing football.
Yeah.
They don't want to play golf.
Right.
Yeah, but there's a guy who's half your race who's doing it.
By the way, a bunch of white guys were playing golf when you were that age. Did you want to golf?
Oh, yeah, because I got to do everything white guys do. That's my thing. Yeah. A lot of pressure being black. Guy who's half black plays golf, you got to do it. You got to do something you don't want to do. White guy, your own dad plays golf, you don't want to play golf.
That's right.
Yes?
Yes.
All right, let's keep going.
Megan?
Yeah?
25?
Yeah.
What's up?
Hi. My question is, my boyfriend and me have been together for like 2 years, and he always wants to try anal sex,
but every time we try it, I almost vomit. Like, it makes me gag. And I wonder if
because you're having like a visceral reaction, like it hurts, and you
I don't know. I don't know what it is. I just like even if I try to like.
Or he goes that deep.
Well, let's switch. Let's just sort of step back and consider that statement in relation to any other behavior. So every time
roller coaster.
Yeah, every time I ride a roller coaster, I retch and gag and nearly vomit.
Right.
What are you going to do? What's your response to roller coasters?
I don't know.
Or are you going to try to figure out how to overcome the nausea to ride the roller coaster?
Maybe you should build a roller coaster in your backyard and start getting used to it.
Yeah, or just not ride the roller coaster. Because your body's telling you something. It's not good for you. It's not what you want to do.
But
it's
her
not
boyfriend likes amusement parks.
Well, she can stand in line. Stand there in line with him and let him wave to him as he goes on the roller coaster, and away he goes.
All right.
Okay.
And by the way, many other rides at the amusement park. Many.
Yeah.
That would be just as enjoyable as the one that makes you vomit.
Might I suggest, well, it's not the Buccaneer. It starts with an F, but it's pretty close.
So that Buccaneer is a good ride.
It's the Buccaneer if you replace the B with an F.
It's the big ship that swings.
Those are the rides we had growing up, kiddies. Here you go. Here's a fulcrum and a stick. There you go. There you go. Yeah, I know. 1 minute you're going that way, and then when you stop going that way, you just eventually slowly start going the other way.
You liked it when you were 4 and your dad pushed you on the swing, so we're going to recreate that for you here in the amusement park.
Yeah, it's Buccaneer. It's like being on a swing, except for sitting next to scary strangers.
On a swing.
On a swing. Yeah, same thing. Yeah, the Buccaneer.
I like that one.
I did too, because it looked like a pirate ship.
Yeah, but it felt good. It didn't give me a headache like the rest of them.
I like all pirate-related rides.
I know you did. Yes. Especially those that incorporated astronaut themes.
No, pirate.
But pirate astronaut.
Oh, yeah. That's what I wanted to be.
Yeah.
The first one. Still working on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, is there anything better in Pirates of the Caribbean when you're 9?
When we were are you kidding? When we were that age? Oh, my God.
Is there anything better for any 9-year-old? Or
well, now they're jaded. You don't understand.
Oh, really?
It's like,
Yeah, I know they're like video games and stuff, but the sort of animatronic stuff and everything.
There's so much of that now. You realize how much of that
A lot of
is.
animatronic stuff?
Yeah.
Everything's like virtual, whatever. Those guys had the pirates like talking and stuff. Their arms moving around.
I know. They got a lot of stuff.
I say Pirates of the Caribbean and then The Haunted House.
Yeah, nothing better.
What's better? Nothing.
Haunted House at the time, just because it came next.
Yeah. But Pirates of the Caribbean, awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, it was all dank and cold. Pirate ship firing at you.
Dead men
tell no tales. Awesome. Chris? Although the guy who was talking was dead. It was like skull and crossbones.
No, that's a different one. That's the guy. I've asked you, mateys, and danger lies ahead. That's the skull talking to you. Then you go into that cave, and that's when you get the dead men tell.
Who says dead men tell no tales, though?
Perhaps he knows too much. Remember that the guy's telling you a story about the pirates, and you got to actually pay attention down there.
I was, here's the whole thing with the Corollas. I went once when I was 5. The next time I went, I was 45.
No,
it's actually into the future.
Yeah. haven't been yet.
Yeah, but here's the thing. If the skull and crossbones is talking, then I think dead men can tell tales. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well said.
5 minutes earlier, I was talking to a skull.
Yeah, he was telling tales.
I understood him very clearly.
And then you fell off an edge of something.
He could have said you were gay or that he had pictures of you masturbating, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? Which is it?
Yeah, forget it. I hate that ride.
Very inconsistent. What are we to believe? Chris?
Yeah?
You're 19?
Yeah.
What's up?
Yeah, my girlfriend and I, she's into sex and M, like S&M.
Sex and M.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not into it, but I don't know how to, like, tell her. Like, I mean, we talked about it a few times, and...
What is it she wants to... Yeah, maybe. What is it she wants to do?
Well, she, like, wants to, like, tie me up to the bed and, like, use a whip and stuff, and
so you haven't done that?
No, we haven't yet. And
you've been having sex, but you are having sex with her?
Yes.
And why haven't you done this?
I'm just not into it. I don't.
Well, now, wait a minute. I thought... Whoa. I thought you haven't told her you're not into it yet.
Well, like, we talked about it, but, like, I don't know how to tell her, like, because she, like, keeps asking me,
Now, Chris, now it's starting to sound bogus. If you haven't told her you're not into it, how have you avoided doing it?
Well, easily. That's just what you do. Like, we talked about it, but I haven't told her, like, because she keeps asking me.
All right. Well, he could technically be right, which is they had sex. She's talking about stuff she'd like to do, and he kind of ignores it and just has regular sex.
All right. Now we can't hear him.
It's not really a question, too, which is like, she wants to. What do I do?
Yeah.
Oh, well you have to kill her and bury her in the desert. It's just a non-question. Yeah. Well, first off, do you really need a long explanation on why you don't want to be tied up and have your ass beat with a cat of nine tails? How many? We have your attorney draft something up. It should come as a shock to her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Come on.
Tell her you're normal and you don't want your ass beat.
There you go. Period.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
All right. No.
That sounds bogus.
No question.
Yeah,
You didn't have a question.
Yeah.
Let's take a break.
Yes.
When we come back, girlfriend wants to act out date rape scenarios. See, this is true.
Yes.
All that. Yeah. After this.
Hello? Who's this?
This is LoveLine.
1-800-LOVE-191. LoveLine will be right back.
The one and only Live 105.
Hey, everybody, it's LoveLine. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone, 1-800-LOVE-191.
Here we go. First 10 callers that have been on the air tonight will get an iTunes gift card valued at $99, and you must be 18 years old or older to win.
Bad Religion in here next week. Always a good time. Smart guys. Ooh, Dexter from The Offspring called me today.
Oh, flying.
I got to call him.
Oh, no.
Well, I wasn't home.
Uh-oh.
I'm calling him back. We're going flying, baby.
Good.
And I'm going to take the stick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could be on that plane.
Yeah. Steven?
Yeah, hey, what's up?
What's up?
Yeah, hey.
Hey. Your girlfriend.
What?
Did you guys feel the earthquake today?
Yes, I did. Did you feel that?
Yeah, you know, it was funny. I'm trying to figure out. No, I didn't feel it, but what time did the earthquake hit? 2:30?
11:55?
What?
11:55?
No,
it hit later, didn't it?
Yeah, it was like 2.
Yeah, it could have been. It happened earlier. It was real.
Okay. How do you get so specific with the 11:55? Why don't you say new?
If you 55 part.
I think it was 1:55.
Oh,
or 2:55.
1:55.
I know it's about 2 because my kids were in a movie at 2, and I was,
I was working on my TLC show, bitching and complaining about earthquake and earthquake rehab, and how this building has been here since 1939, and it went through every major earthquake Southern California has put before it, and it's fine. And now, because we're doing an addition, we have to build it like the goddamn Merrimack.
Right.
And the camera guy said the earthquake hit during the crazy jag about the earthquakes in the city and how long this house has been here.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I feel like I caused it.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
Because I have powers.
You know what's weird? You see how the quake went? It had this little stuff beforehand. I'm drawing an earthquake for Adam.
Yeah. Yeah, Drew did
the seismic waves.
Seismograph with Dr. Drew.
I felt this part, which I found weird. The little tiny stuff that came before.
And then the big stuff you didn't feel.
I had a Coke can sitting next to me, and I saw this. I heard this kind of just a little rattling of the can. I mean, the tiniest bit, and I thought, I hope that's not an earthquake. And then, pow, the house started moving.
Are we heading for something big?
We're heading for something. I don't know.
All right.
But here's the deal. We have to be punished now because this was a daylight, far exceeds the 2-hour time zone before or after sunrise or sunset.
Right.
So we're going to have to get nailed in the middle of the night now.
Well, I barely felt this one. I mean, I was sitting outside just on a folding chair, and I didn't feel anything.
I felt it was pretty good size.
Well,
it's weird.
It was like a 5.3, then they knocked it down to like a 4.8.
4.9.
Where was the epicenter?
Out by us.
Ukaipa.
Yeah. I'm out here in South Pass, so I felt it pretty good.
All right.
I live in a house that's probably 80 years old.
Drew, where were you, in Pasadena?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was out in the valley.
We're closer.
Yeah.
I was sitting around with 8 people, and I was sitting on a job site with 25 people, and no one said a word.
There was no missing. This was definitely an earthquake kind of thing.
Yeah. I'm just saying, it didn't hit
Must have been less
the
out there.
valley
Yeah.
very good. There's 25 guys all working. No one said
That's
anything.
the thing about the earthquakes. You never know where they're going to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, Stephen.
Yeah, my girlfriend of 4 months, we talked about sex, and she wants me to, like, sneak in at night and do it like a date rape or forced rape upon her.
Mm-hmm.
But when I was younger, when I was, like, in 6th grade, a family friend had done some sexual things with me. So I get, I'm really afraid to, commit this on her now. And I was just wondering, how do I get over the fear? I mean, there's nothing, she wants me to do it. She keeps on mentioning it. So I was just wondering, what can I do to get over the fear of doing this to her?
What's up with her?
I don't know. I've been going out with her for 4 months. Why, is that really bad? They say
not necessarily.
For women is being raped. That's
I don't know. I don't know. It's a number one fantasy, but some girls do.
Did you listen to Casey Kasem?
No.
Some girls do like to act out something like that, where they feel swept away. Maybe the way to do it is to just
light rape.
Yeah,
is
take
number
control of the situation and make her feel swept away by the whole circumstance, rather than the cat burglar. Just see what you can recreate to make her feel. So some women, in order to feel sexual, like to feel like they're not responsible for their sexuality, that it's you sort of taking control of it. Sometimes I think also, think about this, Adam. Put him on hold for a second. I think, all this stuff about girls liking bad boys, I've been thinking about that lately. And I think women like sort of men withholding something from them a little bit. Do you think that's it?
Not opening their book to them.
It's so much and not just be brooding, but so much. You look at the women's magazines. There's so much preoccupation about what's going on with them. What's going on with them? What's going on with them?
To open up.
Yeah, well, not to open up. I gotta they have something magical, something I need.
Yeah,
and the guy that won't give that to them, that's the one I gotta have.
Yeah.
And
must pry that free
this
from
was
him.
Freud's theory about penis envy, that the penis was just a magical phallus with magical powers that women just needed to sort of get a piece of. And it really wasn't about the penis. It was just some sort of magical something that men had that they didn't have.
I got a magical chapstick I can wave.
That's your penis.
Upon the woman.
That's your penis.
Yeah, well.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Doesn't that make sense? Does that sort of feel right?
Yeah.
And so her thing to sort of the date rape thing is sort of about being swept away and being controlled by a man, taken over.
I was just thinking, if it was a 70s sitcom, he would go out the front door saying he was going to crawl in the window, and an actual rapist would climb in through the window with a ski mask, and she'd be like, honey, not so rough.
Yes.
Meanwhile, he would have been getting stopped by the cops and standing out front. She'd be thinking it was him the whole time.
Perfect.
Know what I mean?
High comedy.
Awesome. All right, look, Stephen, get some therapy for. No, he was abused.
Well, what happened to you?
When I was in 6th grade, a family friend of mine would, like, kiss me and give me a hand job.
Ooh.
Stuff like that.
Was it a girl or boy?
It was a guy.
Yeah,
that's pretty heavy.
How about a little help for that, Stephen, and for the earthquake?
Yeah, therapy sounds like it might work.
All right.
Look, here's the thing. With her, a little hair tugging. Most women enjoy a little hair tugging. The sort of rape simulation is probably a step further than I would deem healthy. Yes, but still not out of the spectrum of normal. But it could mean something happened in the past, and they're acting something out.
Yeah, she likes him. He's got some stuff going on.
Yeah. Sean?
Yes.
You're 25?
Yes, I am.
Your fiance wants to have a foursome?
Yeah. It's
no way.
No way.
No way.
No way.
She broke the question. She's just been experimenting with sex, like different types, like, I don't know. And we've just been going at it like for the last 3 months, and we've been engaged for 6 months. And she popped the question that she wanted to have a foursome with my best man and the maid of honor. Maid of honor, I have no problem with. But
well, who wouldn't?
Yeah.
I mean, of course.
No, but that dress is a rental, so be careful where you aim. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to get your cleaning deposit back on that.
Yeah, and if I did it with the best man is my best friend, I don't know how I would deal with it.
Well, I mean, it's going to be turn on when he's, mounting you. Yeah, he's banging the bejesus out of your ass.
Well, first bangs the girlfriend.
Oh, yeah, he's going to bang the fiance, and then he's going to bang you. Yeah. Well, you got to do what you got to do. Look, first off, weddings are filled with tradition. They all don't make sense. You know what I mean? The
This is her family
The
tradition?
Jews step on the glasses, smash the plates. You know what I mean? Then lift the guy up on the chair.
Confusing.
It's hard. It's hard. We can't judge. Sean, this sounds
bogus.
Super bogus. Or you guys are just albino white trash. So I don't know. I don't know which one it is. I don't care. But if your fiance is actually pushing for this,
run.
Do not get married.
Right. This is not somebody who's ready to get married.
No, it's not someone who's ready to do anything, except for have a foursome.
Mm-hmm. And even that, she'll have a huge reaction to. Who knows
Yeah. You know what? Foursome. All right, let's take a break, Drew.
Let's do.
We're going to talk to
Nicole. Has a boob question.
Areola will go back to normal size. Had kid last year. Oh, let's talk to her. Nicole,
Yes.
18.
Yes.
You had a kid last year.
He was born on Christmas.
Oh, well, that seems special, but it's probably going to be disappointing.
Yeah.
Let's take a break.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And your areolas got big?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
These calls.
Yes?
Yeah, and I was wondering if they'd ever go back to normal size.
How big did they get?
A little bit bigger than a quarter.
That's tiny.
That's not that big.
No, because mine were smaller, and then during pregnancy they got a lot bigger and they got a lot darker.
Oh, they got bigger. Hold on a second.
Write that down.
Yeah, my it was quarter size. That's not very big. No, because they were smaller.
And then they got bigger, and then they got smaller.
No, then they got bigger. And they got darker.
Darker, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Fantastic. No.
We should have quit while we were in.
All right. Hold on, Nicole. We're going to talk about your areolas after this.
Hello? Who's this?
This is LoveLine.
1-800-LOVE-191. LoveLine will be right back.
The one and only Live 105.
Yeah. It's LoveLine. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191.
Got to talk you off the ledge.
Nah, I'm done. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do this stupid Comedy Central show anymore. They're hassling me. I'm not doing it. Nicole,
Yeah?
you're 18?
Areola.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right.
So
So
you had tiny areola before, like dime-sized?
No, they're more like normal sized. But I was talking to my husband during the break, and he was
yeah.
saying,
Hey, Nicole, let me tell you. Let me just give you something real quick. Do not start every sentence with no.
okay.
It puts people off.
Yeah.
Especially if you're going to repeat what they said.
Right. Quarter is normal size.
Okay.
Okay, so you've got a normal size now.
No. My husband was telling me they're more like 50-cent pieces.
No. Okay, so see, women have no ability to judge size.
Yeah.
Although they do know a small penis when they see one.
No, even that they can be confused about.
Well, I wish I could run into. No.
Oh, extra small.
No, how dare you? Here's the point. So is it how many inches across would you say?
About 2, 3.
3.
Okay. 3 inches is now getting to the opening of that coffee mug. So it's no longer.
3?
No, well, that's
4.
3 3/8.
Oh, really?
Inner diameter.
Okay.
ID. So the point is it's a quarter size is normal, but this is bigger than maybe 50-cent piece is probably 1.25 inches. Pardon the pun. And if you're talking about 2 or 3 inches, now you're getting a sort of coffee mug size.
Now, have you gained weight since the pregnancy?
Yes.
Have your breasts remained large?
Yeah, they keep getting bigger.
All right, well, that's where the areola is stretching out.
Well, does that
you can't
make
do
sense?
that math?
Look, what if you painted a face on a balloon and then you blew it up? You put some extra air into it. Would the face get smaller?
It would stay the same. How dare you?
Nicole, right? Your breast is getting bigger and the stuff that's attached to your breast is growing as well as your breast is growing? Yes? Okay.
That's the way that works, Nicole. So if you lose the weight, things go back down.
How's your weight? How much weight you carrying?
I weigh about 196.
Ooh.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and call that 200 and say you want to get back down about 50 pounds, right?
Yeah.
All right, there you go.
We'll do that, and I bet those areolas shrink.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, you sound angry and depressed.
No.
No? Everything's cool?
Yeah.
Now our phone lines are so effed up, I can't even talk to anyone
Michelle,
anymore.
somebody please fix these phones. This is a national radio show. We can't hear the callers.
Yeah. Didn't sound angry and depressed to you?
Oh, yes.
At least angry.
Yes. No.
Yeah. Jem? Is that Jem?
Yep.
26?
Yes.
What's up?
Okay. I have a boyfriend. Well, actually an ex-boyfriend, but we've been on and off. His roommate, which he went to Iraq with, I guess he got really drunk one night, and I just found out about this. But there was some reason I did not like the guy. I was like, he's gay. Everybody thought he was gay. Well, he got really drunk.
Now, why was he in the service, or just go there for a vacation?
He was a corpsman, a medic out there.
Your boyfriend. Your boyfriend. Both of them were.
Yeah, both of them were. He met him out there.
Okay.
And they got put together to watch the guys. But anyhow, I guess they, obviously grew a bond together since they were out in the war together. Came back with this guy. They ended up moving in with another guy that was serving the service. And then all this stuff happened, drama. And then they moved out to another place in Irvine. And one night he got really drunk and he passed out. And he's known to, there's no way of waking him up when he's drunk. But he found his roommate sucking his thing, his wiener. And I was just wondering, it's messed him up really, really bad. And I'm just wondering what kind of mental, how is he going to be mentally? Because now our sex is awful. I can't even go down on him because I'm thinking that he's thinking of that guy. And
hold on a second. What do you mean it's messed him up emotionally? What is he complaining of?
He used to be really good in school, and then now he's just he's not really focused on it. His priorities are getting messed up.
Is he doing drugs?
Well, hold on.
No,
he
not at
couldn't
all.
have been that good in school. He wouldn't have been in the military.
No, he went there for a medic. I mean, he's not a dumb kid at all. I mean, he went there to aid everybody, so he had to go through that whole thing. So he's in business. He's at Fullerton right now.
Wait a minute.
So he
got out of college. He got out of high school. Did he go to college?
First of all, Jim, you were somebody that buys spin. You're not thinking about things.
Well,
let's start thinking things through here. Just look at the evidence.
He got out of high school and he did what?
He went to the military, but while he was in the military...
Why didn't he go to college?
Because he didn't have enough money to go into college.
The colleges are free, certain colleges.
People get grants and aids.
I'm sorry?
People get grants
all the time.
Guys, was he a good student in high school?
I don't know exactly if he was... I mean, what does that have to really do anything with this situation?
Yes, tons. This is what we're talking about. You don't know who he is, even. Ooh. Why did he come out here from New York?
Oh, he got transferred to Camp Pendleton from New York. He got stationed out here.
I know, but I asked why did he go into the military.
And you can't even answer that.
No, but here's the thing. I said, why did he go into the military after high school? Why didn't he go to college? Yeah. And he said he couldn't afford it. And you said college can be free. And he's like, he's from New York. So he went, so he couldn't qualify for any of the I thought she was saying he couldn't go to UCLA without paying
I wasn't even going there. I was just saying this guy's moving around. Something's going on. He's leaving something. What the hell's going on here?
Yeah.
But in New York especially, there's all kinds of services he'd get for nothing. So why didn't he go to college in New York? Why didn't he?
While he was in the military, he still went to school because when he graduated, he went straight into Fullerton. I mean, when he got done with the military, he got accepted into Fullerton. So he finished his AA while he was in the military.
Okay, and what's he studying at Fullerton?
He studied business and marketing.
Okay.
All right.
And then what happened to his schooling because of this? When did this episode happen with the roommate?
It happened probably about 5 months ago, and I found out about a month and a half ago.
And how did it come up? Why did he bring it up with you?
I was at the house when the roommate came home, and he said to get out of his face, my ex-boyfriend, and he's all, I told you I pay for psychology, appointments, and we can get this all straightened up, and all this stuff, and they ended up fighting, and of course I was there, Mom, what were you guys fighting about? And he's all, I got to tell you something, Mom. Yeah, you do. And He told me, and I was
uncomfortable. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like,
I would bet
your boyfriend though drinks, and when he goes to bed, you can't be woken up.
Right,
is a bad sign.
Yeah, so something's up with him.
I've been telling him too, and everybody's been telling him that. We're like, that's not good. I mean, he's to the point where you can't someone will end up sucking his. That happened. He didn't even know. I've seen how unconscious he gets when he drinks. And
all right,
so he's an alcoholic. He went to the military for unclear reasons. He still lives with the guy who is a perpetrator of sort of a rape, basically.
Why is he,
unwanted sexual
living
contact.
with his rapist roommate?
There is a ton more here than you know. A ton.
And Jim, you sound at 26 as sort of confused as anyone I've met.
So this.
Yeah, what's up? What are you doing?
Well, I'm confused. Well, I'm studying interior design. I'm nearly done. I have a couple more semesters.
Well, there's something much more going on here. Much, much, much more.
Yes.
How should I approach him and ask him?
Well, here's the deal. It's gonna be tough because just believe us. There's something going on with this guy.
Yeah.
Was he a victim? Yes. Is there more to this or to him?
Yes.
With the alcohol and the military stuff,
and still living with Jim, and still living with a perpetrator.
Why is he still living with this guy?
Oh, he's the guy made to an agreement to not stay at the house because he has lease. I'm sorry.
What were they? What?
Does the guy still sleep?
No, he doesn't. He doesn't sleep there anymore.
He sleeps somewhere else.
Yeah, so he's somewhere else because he's always out on business trips.
All right.
The thing is, I think I want to call. He's a pharmaceutical rep, and I want to kill him. Not kill him.
Yeah,
I just want to see him go down and be able to. Are you aware that one of you?
He's created his own little hell for himself. But Jim, here's the thing with you,
Jim, and your boyfriend. This guy have got more going on than you're willing to admit.
I don't know about that.
But something. I don't know that it's necessarily a relationship.
Something's up
something
with this
more
guy.
going on.
Something's up. Yeah. So here's the thing, Jim. I don't know what to say other than I think there's more here.
Just don't trust your instincts. Don't believe what these guys are telling you.
You solely hating the roommate is probably not the greatest direction to go.
That's called a split, and splitting behaviors they're unhealthy. So there's something going on here. There's lots of things your boyfriend's not telling you. That's the only thing I know for sure.
Try to get the sex back going. Do not get pregnant. Do not get married.
There you go.
We'll take a break. We'll be back.
Hello? Who's this?
This is LoveLine.
1-800-LOVE-191. LoveLine will be right back.
The one and only. Live 105.
Well, everybody, that's the show. That's the week. I want to give some thanks where thanks are due. I want to thank producer Ann for doing a great job all week. I want to thank Junior.
You took some out. Don't forget.
Junior producer Lauren for doing a fantabulous job. I want to thank engineer Michelle for being so candid on air, so fresh, so unfeminine, doing a fantastic job for us. And of course, engineer Chris, and then engineer what's his nose on Thursday or Sunday. We have too many people working on this show now. None of them working hard, just everyone putting in 45 minutes here, 10 minutes there. I want to thank phone screener Patricia. She is our newest star in a galaxy of LoveLine stars. Big fan of this young lady. Big fan. Not a big gal, but I'm a big fan. So.
And Anderson.
Oh, yeah. Engineer Anderson. I'm going to call you, buddy. You're damn right I'm going to call you.
You're a dick.
Until next time, this is Adam Carolla for Dr. Drew saying mahalo. Jill?
Yes?
You're married to Cartman, who's filled with sawdust and horsehair.
Sweet.
This has been LoveLine. The opinions expressed on this show are not necessarily those of the staff, management, sponsors, or this station. The producer for LoveLine is Ann Ingold. LoveLine is a presentation of Westwood One Entertainment.